Hi, Baddies. Welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing another picker card reading. This one is all about reminding you on why you are such a baddie. I thought this would be a really good reading to do because right now a lot of us need to be reminded what a baddie we are. All right, so I hope all of you are doing well. I am so excited and happy that you're here, and I hope all of you are taking care of yourself. Are you? Are you? You should. You really should. Okay. Again, I'm so glad you're here. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you will stick around. If you're a returning subscriber or a member of this channel, I want to say, hey, I appreciate you being here and all your support. It really means a lot to me that you take time out of your day to stop by and spend some time with your auntie. And with that said, we're going to look at these cards right here. We have three beautiful cards, three beautiful crystals. Now, secret, underneath each of these cards is a pre-shuffle. Okay, so I've done a bit of a pre-shuffle. I will be pulling additional cards as I need to for clarity. Also, I'm inserting a little video for those of you guys who need more time to see which group you're drawn to. You'll see the card and the crystal up close. All right. Now, if you are drawn to more than one group, there's probably going to be more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.
Devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call
Hey, group one, all of you that selected the Kittie Kat Baddie, or you were drawn to this amethyst crystal. This is going to be your reading, reminding you of why you are such a baddie. All right. So keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay. Let's go through your pre-shuffle and see what came out. We have respect. Anubis. Ooh, that's a strong energy right there. Very strong, very powerful energy. Let's do these other cards first. We'll save those for in a minute. We have Mistress of the Labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. You are one tough little cookie there. You have these cute little kitten ears, and they look like they have bows. Underneath that is a warrior, for sure. We have a rescuer. Light attributes provide strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. That's a badass bitch right there. I mean, it takes a level of mastery to give from that heartfelt, compassionate place. And, some people might be like, how's that being a baddie? Well, baddies are compassionate. A real baddie is a giver. A real baddie wants to help. And they do it because they're badass. They care, you know. This is someone who is mature in their spirituality. This is someone who knows who they are. The shadow attributes is assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. And I feel like, here's the deal. You're a giver. You will help people, but don't take advantage of me. And see, that's the difference. You have the gift of discernment, and you know when someone is going to take advantage of you, so you don't even get involved in that shit. You don't even play games with those kind of people. You're just like, I sniffed you out and you're a user. And if you fail to sniff them out, the minute someone takes advantage of you, you're done. You're done. Like, we don't do second chances with that shit. And I think it's because you have experienced being used. Like, you know what it's like, and you know it doesn't get better, it gets worse. And you've had to heal from that. So you're like, I'll give. I am a you're a water sign, probably. I feel some Cancer here. I feel some nurturing energy here. I feel some softness here as well. Earth, mama energy. I'm starting to feel like Pisces. I'm still feeling some Taurus energy here. I'm feeling some warmth as well. Leos can be very nurturing and very loyal too in certain situations. So that might not be you, it might be you, but we have the kitty cat here vibe. So that's what I'm feeling. Okay, we have Destroyer. See, there it is. There's the badass. There's the baddie. We have light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. Shadow attributes are intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. Listen, I think you are a fierce protector of yourself and others, and don't take advantage of me. Don't look at my weakness, like my kindness as a weakness. This feels very fiery, very Leo, very Aries, very Taurus. Some Capricorn energy too. Just like this fierce Scorpio as well. Feeling some underworld energy, just Kali energy, now underworld Lilith energy rising. Like, I will fiercely defend those I believe in, like my family, my friends, causes. And if you come for me, I will come for you. I mean, it's toe to toe. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So it's very clear here. We have monk nun, light attributes, selfless devotion, and single minded dedication to spirit. Shadow attributes, negative judgment of the physical world, excessive piety. I think you have this very etheric kind of vibe with spirit. Again, I come back to this compassionate self. And I think you're very sweet. I think you're very giving. And I think sometimes people misread you and they see this giving. You might be in the healthcare field, you may be a counselor, you may be a teacher. In some way, you may be a mother, you may be all those things. You may be a father who's very nurturing, but you're a giver. But there's also an aspect to this that is deeply spiritual. Okay, deeply rooted in spirit. Like, the reason why you're able to maintain your compassionate self, and why you're such a baddie, is because you're highly aligned and attuned to your spiritual life, your spiritual world. You may even be a seer, highly psychic. You may be witchy, magical. You may be a devoted to your religion. And a lot of your compassionate self comes from there because you truly believe what you're doing is good and healing. And even when people take advantage of you, although you've learned to sniff them out, you always come back to, this is what I'm called to do. This is what I'm called to do. And I just have to get better at boundaries. I just have to get better. So, it takes a real badass to be able to see where to give, how to give, and how to kind of like pull back your energy. And so many people have misjudged you, and they get this energy, the destroyer. I think you shock people with your strength. I think people are like, oh, here, kitty, kitty. And they're really surprised when you bite the shit out of them. They're like, whoa, I tried to use the wrong one. I tried to fuck with the wrong one. Yes, indeed, you did. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. We have fear. There you go. They learn. They learn that kitty bites. We have jealous. Yeah, people are jealous of you because when you do this kind of healing work, often you look really good because healers heal themselves. That's kind of the calling of a spiritual healer, or even if you work in healing modalities. And healing modalities are, there's a lot of them. Okay, so it doesn't have to be you're a nurse or a doctor. You can heal in many ways. You can be an artist, a counselor, a teacher, lots of different ways. Okay. But when you do this kind of work and you're really doing your inner work and caring for others, you really start looking like you have a glow about you. There's something about your eyes. We have eyes here on this card, and there's something about your eyes and your skin that kind of is a signature of a healer. Um, and some of you have a way with words as well. But there are people that don't have this. They don't have this energy. And they look at you and they're like, well, I want to do that. Well, I want to look like that. I want to have that kind of attention. I want to have that kind of care because I feel like people really care about you. And it's because you give so much care to others. You may have a hard time receiving it though. Um, and people respect you for what you do with this Anubis card. You're very respected. And I think it's because ultimately you are spirit led. They may not know that, but you do. You know, everything you do really is kind of spirit led or led by your gut. If you don't do that, you're kind of learning to do that. You're learning to listen more. But the thing is that you look really good doing this. And I don't feel like you're necessarily trying really hard to look good. I think you're doing your work. You're doing that thing you came to do. You're working through your issues. You're doing the thing. And people just see you, and you may have people that say to you, wow, you look really good. Or people who haven't seen you in years just like, wow, you're glowing, or wow, you just look really amazing. And you may be thinking, how do I look amazing? How do I look good? Like, I feel tired. I need a nap. But these are people's perceptions, and it's something about your aura. As you do deep work on yourself, your aura changes, your chakras change, and it radiates into the physical world. And you probably do need a nap, and you probably do overgive, because it's your nature. But I do think that you've reached a level of knowing when to kind of pull back on your giving, and being able to know that is very powerful. It kind of levels you up because you can start to take some of that energy that you're giving and use it in more powerful ways. And what I mean by that is using it to help grow your abilities, your ability to heal, your ability to manifest. Use some of that energy for yourself to help you expand your abilities in what work you are doing. We have tinfoil hat here and land back. Yeah, see, people are jealous because they feel like you succeeding, you getting noticed. I know it's crazy. You getting noticed, you getting the accolades somehow means they can't have it. Somehow you getting attention steals attention from them. And I'm feeling a lot of Leo energy here. So, and it's a Scorpio energy. I'm just feeling like people are threatened by you. They're threatened by this kindness, like this compassion and your sassy attitude. I think you have a way of uplifting people with your voice, with your personality, with your presence, with your healing touch. I feel like there are people around you, probably at work, or some kind of situation, it feels very work related, who feel like they're competing with you and you're getting more attention, and maybe siblings. It feels very much like sibling rivalry here. Um, that you're going to take up space that they want, and they feel very threatened by that, very jealous. Um, and I feel like you're just kind of doing your thing, like you're not even worried about it. Um, and I feel like you're a baddie because you're one of those people who are willing to kind of like expand your consciousness. Like you will listen to other people's point of view. I think you're a very good listener, which is rare. It's rare in this world that someone is a good listener because people are always ready to say the next thing, in a conversation. I think that's part of your healing ability is to listen to people and hold space for them. Sometimes people just need to talk, right? Some of you may be in hospice or have worked in hospice or have worked with people in really, really tough situations. Some of you may be musicians or artists. I'm picking up on like creativity, feminine energy. The energy, it's energy, not gender. Okay, let's get some more energy here. Tell me more about my group one. What makes them a baddie? Why are they such a baddie? We're reminding them of their baddiness. Their badness. Why are they such a baddie? Okay, tell me more. Tell me more. Okay, that one. Okay, we have get healthy. Get healthy. Yeah, I feel like there's something about your body that people are jealous of. And I think there's a couple things here. Either you have like accepted, you have body acceptance, so you no longer have a lot of shame about your body. And that triggers people. Okay, when you stand in the truth of yourself and you're no longer like constantly like, in a calorie deficit, you're not constantly trying to change your body, you're not constantly forcing it to be something that maybe it's really struggling to be, and you accept it and you start to dress it a certain way, you start to, embrace it. And then you have people around you who are really struggling. That can cause a lot of hard feelings, okay, because it triggers them, right? And I feel like some of you guys do that. Now, for others, you guys are like on your health game. You're getting like, you're doing your healthy life, right? You're trying to get as healthy as possible, and it's caused some changes in the body. And both of these paths, by the way, are healthy paths, okay? I don't want to say one is more healthy than the other, okay? This is what's coming through. Um, so, and that's triggering some people. It just depends. Okay. Either way, there is this energy of you feeling good about yourself and other people around you not feeling good about themselves and them feeling almost offended that you would feel, how could you feel so good about yourself? How dare you? How dare you accept that you're a kitty cat baddie? Right? Like, how dare you walk in the power of that? There's a lot of shame um, around feminine energy. And I feel like you have worked on healing that. It doesn't mean that you're perfectly healed. Let me tell you something. Perfection in the human condition doesn't really exist. So we need to just wipe that out. Okay? Just leave it, wipe it, let it go. It's gone. Okay? Um, there may always be that little itch of shame, but I feel like for the most part, you guys are just comfortable and working on being more comfortable in your body. And for some people, it's like the get healthy, situation. And for others, there's acceptance. And there may be a mixing of the two here, It just depends on where you are. But for people around you who are not awake, not aware, and are still trying to fit these impossible standards, it can be very, very triggering, and it can cause a lot of nasty energy. And I feel that here. I feel like part of what makes you a baddie is you no longer feed that. You no longer feed those people around you. You no longer give them anything to talk about as far as like, you don't, what do I mean by that? Like, I'm sure there are people who are talking about you, but you don't buy into the nonsense programming about how you should look, how, how your body should look, how your face should look. And it's empowering, and they don't like it. They don't care for that. Okay, let's get some more energy here. Tell me more about my group one. What makes them a baddie? Let's remind them of why they are such a baddie. Tell me more. Tell me more about my group one. Tell me more. We want to know. We want to know. Okay. Jezebel. Ooh. You a sexy one. Someone's jealous of the male attention that they feel like you get. Someone is very jealous of the body here. Okay, of the way you look. They think you're a flirt. You may be a Libra. You may have some Libra in your chart, a Libra rising, Libra Venus, Libra Mars, Libra Moon, Libra Sun. And it may be the way you naturally are, okay? And they don't like that. It makes them uncomfortable. You're just being happy, okay? You're just being yourself. Also, there's something about wearing purple, something about when you wear purple, you look like a baddie. For some of you, it's red. We have feminine, divine feminine. Ooh, Jezebel, divine feminine. Ooh, you are fine. You are a fine little baddie, Kittie Kat Baddie. And I'm going to say the masculine energies are heavily drawn to you. Some of you guys have curves for days, and it may be the curve of your chin, and it may be the curve of your booty, okay, or your boobies. It just depends. But your divine feminine energy is very strong. There is a lot of Empress energy here. There's a lot of like Cancer type energy. There's a lot of like Moon energy here. And it really is almost like some of you channel this divine feminine energy when you are like healing people and interacting with people. When you hold space for people to talk and you're listening because you're such a good listener, that's when a lot of healing takes place. Like some of you guys, like when you reach out and touch your friends, your clients, whatever this is, there's healing there. We have DNA, pregnancy. Ooh. I feel like this is more about DNA, the fake news here. I feel like this is more about DNA. And I also feel like people talk about you. Okay. We're getting into the gossip. We're getting into the tea about you, Kittie Kat Baddie. I think people talk about you with the Jezebel card that you get around. I think people try to start, especially at work or at college or whatever like structure this is. I think they really try to get something going. They want people to think you're like promiscuous or whatever. Some of you guys wear low cut tops and you show your skin, you show your curves, whatever, you show your chest. If you're masculine, feminine energy, whatever it is, there's something flashy about some of you guys and they don't like it. Some of you guys have great nails. Some of you guys have like really great biceps, whatever this is. And the envy and jealousy here is so profoundly strong that I feel like they talk about like your body parts, which is fucking gross. Like shut the fuck up. Stop talking about people's body parts. It's disgusting. We have spiritual chaos, ego death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. That's you. Like you are very spiritual. I think you have spiritually awakened. Like you're an awakened baddie. And I feel like you don't allow this chaos to kind of like overtake your life. Side hustle. Because you're hustling. Some of you guys do have a side hustle. It may be online. It may be, some of you guys may like make food or something and sell it like out of your trunk or or like in your neighborhood, or you're trying to set up a business online, or because I'm seeing several different visions of things are coming through. So you may have a side hustle as well. They may be talking at work about you having a second job as well. If you've thought about having a side hustle, it's time to seriously like get into it because you're a baddie, and success is meant for you. Okay, success is meant for you, my friend. Let's get some tarot. Not this tarot. Okay. All right, let me switch. I have to pre-approve these cards though, because they're a little much for YouTube. Some of these cards, YouTube is like, no. All right, so let's get some cards. Tell me more about my group one. Tell me more about what makes them such a baddie. Tell me more. I think people whisper about you. And I think you're such a sweetheart that you just smile. I'm not getting involved in that. I don't want to get involved in that. We have the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Coins. I can't show you the Seven of Coins completely, but this is the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Coins. So I can put this over here. You can see that, but not this one. I'll put it over here. Okay. The Knight of Swords is aggressive, okay? Someone who aggressively pursues their goals and their dreams. And I feel like it's the energy of like, don't come for me. And with the Seven of Coins, it feels like, don't come for me in my work, at my side hustle, because I will come for you. Like you are lethal when it comes to defending your money and your, because some of you have families and things like that. So don't mess with that. We have Temperance here. There's that divine guidance you have. I feel like you're divinely protected. We have the King of Coins here. Yeah, you're on your bag. And you defend it so intensely. And we have the Six of Coins here. I feel like there are people jealous of the success that they feel around you or they see you having. Some of you guys may have like a caring job or where you help a lot of people and you have a side hustle of some kind. That you're working very hard at, okay? And you're being divinely guided about it, and it's coming together. And people hate that. There are people who are so jealous of what you're creating because they can feel this energy of success forming around you. I think they feel it forming, and it's almost like they want you to fail. But you're a baddie and you can overcome rumors. You can overcome, you've overcame so much in your life. And people talk trash on you and you keep going. It's like you're not going to let anyone knock you off your hustle, and they try. And you have your eye on the prize and you continue to sow seeds. With the Six and Seven of Coins, like you're on your pathway towards your success with the King of Coins. And it's divinely timed. It's divinely guided. So nothing's going to keep you from it, although they try, because they're so jealous of who you are and what you've already accomplished. They already know they can't do that. They can't be you. And they would like to. And I feel like they try to figure out, how did you go through stuff that you've gone through? How do you sit and listen to people the way you do? How do you give care and compassion to people the way you do and do other things that you do? How do you just have the stamina emotionally, physically, spiritually? And it really is your divine connection. This divine feminine energy that you almost, like some of you channel this energy. You're so connected to the divine feminine. It just flows through you and you give it really so freely. And that's where the strength comes from. You don't clog it up. You let it flow. And they don't understand this because a lot of them are working through their shit and they're not awakened. They're not aware. They haven't had an ego death. They haven't had chaos like you have had. Now, I will tell you, many people are going through the chaos that you've already gone through. They're having it now in their lives. They're having wake up calls. They're having those reality checks. And that's where the panic is coming in. And we're seeing panic, throughout the world right now. People are panicking, and you can see it on the social media platforms. And you've gone through major chaos, so you understand where the fear comes from. You also know that you lived through it. You came out the other side, and you know that humanity will too. It's a learning process. It's a journey. So I feel like you understand. And that's why you're so focused on whatever it is you're doing. You're focused on your work, you're focused on your side hustle, you're focused on your family, you're focused on yourself. And that makes you a baddie. A lot of you guys, you're aware of what's going on in the world. You stay informed, but you haven't allowed it to shake you. You may be tired. It may make you more exhausted, but you haven't let it rattle you because you already know that this is just a dark night of the soul for the whole human collective. And when you're in the dark night of the soul, things get they get kind of scary sometimes. That's part of waking up. And so you're okay with that because you've done it. You've probably done it many times. That's why you're a baddie. And that's why people respect you. That's also why people are jealous of you. All right? You are such a baddie. Okay, group one? All right, that's what I received for you. I hope this was an interesting and insightful and a joyful reading. I enjoyed reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. That would be so wonderful. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that were drawn to the full-bodied baddie and or the citrine crystal. This is going to be your reading all about what makes you such a baddie. We're going to remind you of why you are such a baddie. All right, so let's get into the cards, and keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. The first card you have is fear. So people are intimidated by you. You have a presence, honey, and of course you do. Look at this card. You have presence. And people are intimidated, okay? They're a little scared, all right? I can feel that right away. We have Inanna, the queen of heaven and earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. I feel like you guys have body acceptance. Maybe not completely, but you enjoy the body, and people like your body too. You're a baddie. Okay. We have the warrior saint. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. Like, you know how to get your bag. You know how to get things going. You are a showstopper and a money manifester. Like, you're a badass. Definitely. We have Messiah. Oh, shit. Serving humanity with humility. Okay. Shadow attributes, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. What I feel here is like you have this drive or ability, like you're it. Like, you don't depend on anyone else. Okay. I also feel like there are people who look at you like you are at a different level. Okay, like you are at a different level than them, and it's a level they're seeking. Like, somehow people put you above them. Now, sometimes it works out that people think you're a snob, And maybe you are, no one's judging here. I don't judge people here. Okay. Maybe you're removed from people. Maybe you're a Libra, a Gemini, or Aquarius. Okay. And you're just like, I don't really, go out with people. I don't really intermix with people. Like I'm on my money. Okay. I'm working my spirit. Some of you guys may like do witchcraft or hoodoo or some kind of folk magic, traditional magic here. You're busy doing your spell work, your work. Okay. Whatever it is. All right. And there's an air here of like, stay out of my business, okay, as well. So it's servant. Okay, that makes sense with Messiah. I feel like you attract people who like, they want to like give to you as well. I feel like you attract people also who like want to be you. Uh, because I feel like you have that thing. You have that thing. Servant here says light attributes, delights in serving others with a free and loving heart. I feel like you do your work, okay, whatever it is, your money manifestation for the money, and you expect the money to appear. So whatever service, whatever thing you do it well, okay, but you got a boundary. Like don't pass this boundary, okay? I'm a bad bitch and I ain't got time for nonsense. And it's very intimidating to people. Shadow attributes, using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. You don't use any excuses. Like when you're met with an obstacle or an issue, like you get to work either magically, and it may be magically, or you start figuring out a way to make it, a way to get over it. You start figuring out solutions. You are not someone who like sits and figure, like you may have a time, like allow yourself a time where you're like in mourning for it. But then you're like, okay, that's enough. We're going to find a solution and work through it. You release the emotion or you put the emotion into your work. Some of you guys may be workaholics, but you have that thing that attracts people to you. I think you're very attractive, um, very beautiful, very handsome. Also, you guys may have some attraction casting on yourself as well that causes people to be attracted to you. We have scribe here. Maybe you're a writer or an orator, or you produce work that is written or seen or art or visuals or some kind of visual product here. Light attributes, preserving knowledge and information. Shadow attributes, altering facts or plagiarism others' work. Now, I think people copy you. I think some people copy your look. Some people want to like figure out how you got your body together or what you eat, that kind of thing, your skin, your hair. And the truth is, they can't be like you because you're unique. We're all unique. And what works for you won't work for them. And you're not going to share it because it's none of their fucking business. Some of you guys have glamours cast on yourself, and that's what they're for. That's what you use your magical abilities for, is to help yourself. If you're a witch and you're not casting on yourself, what the fuck are you doing? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to help yourself with it. You can help others with it too, but you're supposed to help yourself. That's part of it. Okay, so, and I sense this person is helping and healing themselves, and they're looking amazing and getting attention, and people look at them as, some of you guys, they look at you as a snob and a bitch, and I feel like it's okay for you. You own that shit. You don't mind being a bitch. I feel like you guys don't mind being a little villain in someone's little story. It's fine. We have destruction. We had destruction in the first group too, so you might be drawn to that Kali energy there as well. We have privilege. You have no patience for this shit. You have no patience for this shit right here. You will call a bitch out. You sure will. You sure will. And you will verbally assassinate them. You don't care. We have empath. There it is. You're very empathic. You know. And we have love and gaslight. Yeah, you do not put up with any bullshit from people. And I feel like you don't mind a confrontation. You may be a Gemini. You don't mind a confrontation. You don't mind speaking up. You don't mind going head to head with people. Sagittarius, getting some fire. Aries, Taurus energy. Um, you know, you'll stand up for what's right. But if somebody like uses their privilege, it really triggers you. And people, some people think that you've used some privilege to get where you are, which is bullshit. And it's insulting. It's insulting to you for what you've actually accomplished. Um, and I do think that people have tried to gaslight you. You've probably had this happen to you a lot in your life. And it's made you become this person that has like really intense boundaries, and has made you more focused on what you want in life. You're very work focused, a lot of Capricorn energy here, very work focused, very driven to succeed. Someone who, if you don't have yourself together, I feel like this is part of where you're going. Where like this gaslighting, privilege shit is very minor in your life. So when it comes across your desk, so to speak, you annihilate that shit. When someone tries to gaslight you, you are lethal with it. And it causes people to respect you, to be intimidated by you, and some people to fear you. The people that fear you have something to fear because they have this privilege. They have this gaslighting thing, and they know you're going to call them on it. And they're like, I don't want that. I don't want to be called on my shit. I don't want to be called on my shit. Let's get some more cards here. Tell me more about my group 2. Tell me more. Why are they such a baddie? Let's remind them of why they're such a baddie. Tell me more. I think you have a lot to say. I think some of you guys have stories inside that you need to tell, be it on paper, be it on an art form, be it you actually tell it using, your vocal cords, you sing it. But some of you guys definitely have a story or stories that need to be told. Some of you guys have universes inside that need to come out. Okay, I have to make sure these are safe for YouTubes. Fucking Mercury retrograde. Take time to take personal responsibility. And then we have Dead Dingo's Donga. Time for emotional healing. I feel like this is part of your power. This is part of your power of your presence, is that you do take responsibility. You take personal responsibility when you mess up. And I think that really surprises people when they meet you, whether it's at work or personal relationships. You're always like, yeah, I fucked up. I did that. And I think it's because so many people in your life have not taken personal responsibility. They haven't like stepped up and said, yeah, I messed up. Yeah, I fucked you over. You will do that. You will say, yeah, I did it. It was fucked up and I'm sorry. And that makes you a powerful person. It makes you a person who's willing to look at their weaknesses and their strengths. You're somebody who's willing to self-reflect, because you want to expand yourself. You want to grow. And you're willing to learn harsh truths about yourself because you already have. You've learned some of the most harsh truths about yourself already. Okay. And so taking personal responsibility has led to a lot of emotional healing. I feel like you're very protective of your heart. I think you're very protective of yourself, and you should be. I think you've been through a lot. And you have no fear of of things around you being destroyed and having to start over, because you've had to do it probably multiple times. You don't fear starting over. Some of you guys may have like Phoenix energy, where starting over is part of like your life experience. It's what you do. You start over. All right. Let's get some more energy here. Tell me more about my group 2. Tell me more. Tell me more about my group 2. Tell me more. about the full body baddie. I feel this card. Oh, this one dropped. We'll see. Let me see what it is. Too late. I feel like there are people who want to reach out to you, probably romantically, but it's just too late. Ooh. Some people are addicted to your energy. They feel like they are addicted. You may have Scorpio, like fed up. Yeah. Uh, you may have Scorpio energy in your chart. Sometimes there is certain aspects that can make certain kinds of people who have aspects in their chart like addicted to you and obsessive. And that might be why you have such high boundaries, is because you've had stalkers before. You have. And because of that, you're just like, I'm not doing that. So if you come at me weird, I'm going to cut that off. We're going to cut that right off because I'm not going to have that anymore. And so, you know, you can be hard to know, but that's okay. There's a reason why you're hard to know. A lot of it is you're just too damn busy. You're very focused on doing what's right for you and pursuing your goals and dreams, and you have absolutely zero interest in engaging in any gossip or drama. And so when it's brought to you, you're just like, I'm not there anymore. I'm just not there. You're a boss. You're a boss is what you are. And that's why people see you on a different level, whether you're really a boss or not. But that's why people see you differently. They energetically see you as a boss. And I do think that people get a little addicted to your energy, a lot addicted to your energy. And they want more of that sweet stuff. And you're just, doing yourself. You're doing you. And I feel like, this happens. The more you are disinterested in people, the more they want your attention. And you're not doing it on purpose, but you're like, I don't want any more stalkers. I don't want any more people I can't get rid of. I don't want to go deep with people right now because I don't have it to give. I'm a baddie. I'm a baddie boss ass bitch, and I'm on my shit. And if you want to support me, great. If you don't, oh well. And if you're talking shit on me, get the fuck away because I got stuff to do. I'm healing. I'm making my bag. And I'm working on myself. And you're fed up with the nonsense. Okay, we have the 9 of Wands and the Ace of Cups here. I can show those to you. Let's get some more energy. You're a survivor. Some of you have great legs. You have legs for days. You have legs as long as your Auntie Amy is tall. Oh, that's awesome. You have great legs. Some of you guys, you like fine wine, fine dining experiences. Some of you guys have a great shoe collection, or you look really great in your shoes. People enjoy seeing you in your shoes. Oh, I can't show you this because there's a booty. The Knight of Cups. You have a lot of people who are interested in you romantically, and they love your booty, your bodacious booty. Oh, God. We have Death here. Scorpio energy. You may smoke or partake of the green stuff, okay? I feel like there's something special about sometimes the things you wear. But you're a survivor. You have transformed many times in your life. You have glown up. I feel a glow up here very strongly. And it's catching the attention of many people who want your attention. It may be annoying online. You may have all these like DMs and shit, and it may be annoying. Your online presence may be growing. And more people are kind of like looking at you. And what I'm getting with this card is like they may be distorting their identity and looking at you, or not wanting you to know they're looking at you. This may be at work. It could be at college. It could be in a friend group. But they don't want you to know. And they see the transformation, like they see the glow up here. And you're standing strong and you're holding two canes here. Like, don't come for me. Don't fuck with me. I'm not to be messed with. Are you kidding me? I'm not to be messed with. You're chilling. You're doing your thing. And I feel like I can't really show you this card because there is a bodacious booty on it with handcuffs. And I feel like there are people who want to cuff you. Like they want to lock you down. They want your attention and they want commitment from you and they want your time. Um, and the servant card's coming. Servant to the Messiah is coming out. Okay. So you might have a little bit of dominant energy there too, if you know what I'm saying. You're a baddie. And they want that. They want that energy from you. Why can't you give it to me? That's what I hear. Why can't you give that to me? Why can't I be a part of that energy? And it's because it's exclusive for a reason. You're exclusive. Your energy is exclusive. And listen, I don't think I've ever said that in a reading. I don't want to say ever, but almost ever. You have exclusive energy. And you're intimidating to the people who shouldn't be in your energy. Okay? If someone's intimidated by you, they need to get the fuck out. Okay? Because they don't belong. They're not for you in that moment. Because you'll probably A, hurt their feelings or by ignoring them or not being as attentive. Okay? The people that can break through that intimidation factor, they may be for you. But you still got to see. You still got to read them, use your empathic abilities and your psychic abilities to know if they're for you. And they have to be strong people, right? And they have to have a sense of humor, because if you have rebirthed yourself this many times as I'm feeling, you have an amazing sense of humor, because life has been hellacious. You have been through stuff probably since you were very, very small. And so you have to have a kind of dark humor about it. It makes you very strong. It can make you very strong. It can make you extremely independent, and it can make you someone who is extremely powerful and intimidating. And it's all for a reason. You're not intimidating on accident. It happens on purpose. And I feel like there are people who are like, man, they're so bad. That's a badass bitch. Man, that's a badass. And it's almost like armor on you. Like, I know I'm a badass. I know I'm a survivor. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. So don't fuck with me. You know, I'm doing my own thing. I'm not in your face. Don't get in my face. But you have these people who get obsessed with you. They're obsessed with the mystery of you. They're obsessed with getting past the armor. Why are you so exclusive? Like, what is in there that is so special? I want some of that. Whatever that is, it's exclusive for a reason. So I want some of that. And you get parasitic energy that wants to attach. So you've probably experienced that in your life. So you've learned, you know what? I'm not doing that shit anymore. So no, I'm not going to sit here and explain myself to you, bitch. I don't have to. You know, so there is a extreme strength with group 2. And you don't get this way just because. Warriors are turned into champions by the conditions that they are under. And I feel like you have turned into a diamond champion. And people feel it. They can feel it in the vibes around you. You're a badass. You are a baddie. And you need to remember that, especially now because of the world. The world needs more people like you. You need to remember what a warrior you are. Because there's a lot of people who are very frightened and unhinged right now. And they need to know that there are people of the strength who actually exist, who are not rattled. You know, being fearless, I say this all the time, being fearless isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in the face of it. And that's what you've done most of your life. Some of you guys have actually been in like you've been a soldier or you've been a police officer. Not all of you, but some of you know what it means. Some of you guys are spiritual warriors, and I'm not really going to talk about that, but it takes place in astral. And if you are, you may wake up and be really sore sometimes or have weird bruises or things like that, you know. So that's not for everyone, but if that's you, that's you. But you're definitely a baddie, and own that. Claim that. It's yours. It's who you are. Sometimes just remembering and being reminded can be a very powerful ritual all in itself. Okay, that's what I received for you. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. That would be so wonderful. If you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, Group 3, all of you that were drawn to the baddest baddie of them all, and or this rainbow moonstone. This is such a beautiful crystal. I got this recently. Isn't it lovely? This is going to be your reading, reminding you why you are such a baddie. All right, so keep in mind this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, okay, so let's get into it and see what cards came out for you. The first card is Vengeance. Ooh. Wow, that's a little, that's a lot. That's a lot of energy there. We have the Goddess of Light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. You give what you get. That can be vicious sometimes, can it? When you don't get what you need, you give back what they give, right? We have Queen, light attributes. Radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Shadow attributes, becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. Don't fuck with the queen, y'all. We have femme fatale. Ooh, there we go. Light attributes, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Shadow attributes, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachments to money and power. You're very powerful. Your sensuality is very powerful. Oops. Then we have child nature, light attributes, friendship with animals, communication with nature spirits. Shadow attributes, tendency to abuse animals, people, and their environment. That's not you. But you seem to have a connection to like a wild heart, like a wildness, like a primalness. You may be like a nature witch or an herbalist, or you're just very comfortable with this primal self. Okay. You may have some infernal energy as well with this card. You have femme fatale energy. I'm feeling Lilith here, very prominent in this greeting. And there's a regalness, a sophistication about you as well. Let's go into some more cards here. We have Shadow. We have simp. You have little fans. We have the oracle because you know you have little fans. You mirror people all the time. We have mystery. Ooh, Scorpio energy there. You have a very strong presence. It feels like you kind of cause people to unravel at times with the things you say. I think your presence is a very powerful presence. Just being in the room with certain people makes them feel certain kinds of ways, certain kinds of ways that make them uncomfortable. I think the way you move your body, the way you speak, the way you handle yourself is very attuned with this femme fatale energy. Your presence is that of a baddie, a queen. And this bothers some people. Some people don't like that shit. They don't like how you have the nerve to walk in your truth. But you have other people here who are like, they're totally down with that. They're fans of that. We have boogeyman bullshit. Release your fears. Yeah, they're gone because you've walked in darkness here. You've walked in the shadow. You've been to the depths of your own personal hell and have come out um, really strong. And you are a queen of your own kingdom and you rule it as such. Um, you're super in touch with nature. You're super in touch with like animals. You may have pets that you love so deeply, they're your fur babies. You do know how to care for those that you love. When you love, it's very intense. There's an intense devotion. It's very primal. Your love is very primal. It comes from the depths of who you are. A lot of you guys may resonate with like being in the occult, with underworld goddesses as well, understanding the cycles of nature. We have like Persephone energy as well. We have the brutality of nature as well, like understanding that nature can be brutal and beautiful. There's something about you in red. Red, I'm hearing like red dress, red lipstick, red shoes. Very powerful. And I, I feel like there's such a mystery. Like you don't tell people everything. People don't know a whole lot about you, and you don't give out information. You're not real open necessarily, and you do give an air of mystery, and it's on purpose. And people want to dive in. They want to know more. You are highly connected. You're psychic. You are psychic, or you're a medium. You're both. You may have had some very strange experiences. You may be drawn to group 2. Um, I feel like your consciousness is very expanded. There's something, I don't know what this is about. I don't know, but I'm getting it, so I'm bringing it forth. There's something about like lemon and cherry starbursts. Um, I'm also seeing bursts of light, like little twinklings of like lemon colored light and cherry red light. Goodbye. You have no problem cutting a bitch off. When you cut someone off, they no longer exist in your reality. So you mourn them and you move on. And I feel like you leave broken hearts. You're a heartbreaker. And I think you know it, you own it, and it's okay. Sometimes it has to be that way. I think you've had your heart broken, probably as a child. We have off and on, hot and cold, detached, ghosted. Yeah, that's you. You own that shit. You ghost people. You, once you get once you get a feeling that something's off, you're done. You don't play. You don't play. You don't have time for that shit. And people think you're a bitch. They do. But that's okay. You're okay with that. You're okay with being the villain. You're okay with being the arch villain. And you know that you don't owe anyone an explanation for the things you do. And it's harsh, but it's real. You're authentic in the things that you do. And not everyone's going to like the things you do. But oh well. That's life. That's how we roll sometimes. And you may be an air sign because there's a detachment here. Like you detach from people you've known for years if something's off. You no longer hold on to attachments that don't serve you in a positive way. It's probably because you did for so long. We have Pop the Question. People like think about when they see you. There are some people who think about what it would be like to be married to you, what it would be like to have you as a partner. For some of you, there's somebody in your energy who wants to marry you. Like they want to make you theirs. This may surprise you, okay? You may be like, what? Maybe somebody you're dating or seeing, they want to pop the question. That's not what this is. I was going to say that's not what this movie's about. That's not what this reading is about. But I feel like somebody wants to ask the queen to marry them. Give me some more energy for this femme fatale. Are you going to say yes? You may have somebody you're madly in love with. Okay. We have turning your back. Yeah. You have no problem. Man, you're such a baddie when it comes to like, you don't mind triggering someone. You don't mind mirroring them. You don't mind being their villain. And it's not a little villain, it's an arch villain. Because you know that if these actions that you do are needed, that somehow in these people's lives, it's useful. It's going to trigger them to do something. So sometimes people need a villain, and you don't mind being the villain. Because you know it will trigger them for growth in some way. And it sounds harsh and it sounds horrible, but it's really not, because I don't feel like you go after people necessarily. But the minute you feel like someone, or you see someone's lying to you or using you or taking advantage of you, you're just like, nope, I've been there, done that. I don't have time for it anymore. So we're done. We're completely done, kind of thing. Okay, we're going to take these two more cards. Okay. Oops. Sorry, did I pull out? Oops, I'm pulling on you. Are you okay? Are you all right? Okay. Sorry, babe. Not happy in romance. I feel like part of the reason you're a baddie is you don't linger with things that make you unhappy. Like you've learned the value of being happy and being joyful, and you turn your back on that shit. Like you're not going to stay in a relationship that makes you unhappy, or a job or anything, because you know that life is valuable. Your time is valuable. We have romance here. You guys you want me to, it's not a love reading, but let's just see. Let's just see. Okay, somebody in your energy thinks you're a baddie, and we got the romance card. They wanna ask you. Some of you, they feel like you're the one. Let's just say that. Okay, they feel like you're the one. So tell me about them. I have to use these cards over here because there's boobies on them, and the tubes isn't good with that. So, okay, we have the sun. I have the sun. I keep that over there because of the boobies. That's so good. It feels so good. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. Oh my, there's that. Okay, but I have to keep it over here. We have the Four of Cups. All right, so you're busy not paying attention to this. Okay, it's very positive. It's very positive. Okay, all right, tell me more. We have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so it's very positive. This is going to come at a time when you're busy paying attention to your other cups, busy doing your other thing, your work, being a queen, being your femme fatale, doing your badass thing. And there's a cup coming, an offer. It's very positive. It is going to surprise you, I think. And we have the Five of Swords over here. Tell me about this Five of Swords. Right here. I'll let you see it. I think they haven't come forward because they're worried. I can't really show you. I can show you part of it. The Sovereign here. They're worried because you're so powerful. What, this one? We have the Seven of Cups. And you have so many options. Okay. That you'll say no. They're worried. They're worried that you'll turn them down. They're really worried. So that's the tea on that. They're really worried that you'll turn them down. And maybe you will, Maybe you won't. That's not what this reading's about. But that's the T on that right there. Because you're a baddie. Okay. And they're just unsure. And it doesn't matter. Like this may be a relationship for, you've been dating someone, or this may be someone afar, or this may be someone who knows you. It just, if it's yours, it's yours. If it's not, it's not. Okay, so let's get some more energy here. Tell me more about my group 3. What makes them such a baddie? This one wants to come out. I can show you this one. This is the Ace of Wands. Woo! Because they got the hot fire for you. Because I think your wild spirit, your wild heart, like this wild man, wild woman, wild person energy, I think it drives people crazy. I think they admire it. They want more of it. I'm seeing someone like being free and happy and laughing and like running through the forest, running through the fields, like just being joyful and engaging with animals and nature. And it's just so freeing. I'm also seeing someone putting sticks in a bowl. So, Page of Cups. 2 of Cups. Look at this one. The Magician. And we have, ooh, we can't see this one. This one's got boobies on it. It's the Queen of Wands. And she is hot. She is hot. She is the sexiest card in the deck. I think, well, first of all, people like your cleavage. They like your chesticles, no matter, it's energy, not gender, okay? They admire your body, okay? There's something also about your lips. They like your lips and the shape of your face. They like your style, okay? They like spending time with you. They think like you're fun or funny. And I feel like there are people who try to manifest like getting time with you, like talking to you. They just want to talk to you. But of course, I feel this energy here, like wanting to kind of like manifest togetherness with you. I think when people like see you all put together, I think they get excited. I think you have a tendency to excite people, if you know what I'm saying. The Ace of Wands is the I'm sprung, okay? And then we have the Page of Cups, and it's like, I want to talk to you, but I feel this energy with the Page of Cups like, I wish, I could talk to you about this. The Magician here is just, look at that, manifesting stacks here. I feel that's you. Like you're on this other, like in this other lane of like manifesting stacks, manifesting, you're in this boss energy. I think 2 had this as well. And you just, this is so interesting. I feel like you have people coming towards you. You have someone in your energy who is crazy about you. And it's coming in that more and more people are going to be excited to kind of spend time with you and be around you. And it may be the interest in your money, not your money, but interest in you and what you do for money, your career, or like for some of you, it's online, whatever this is. And it feels like as this grows, you become like harder to get a hold of. And I felt this in another group too, like the engagement of boundaries, and we have this detached energy already. So people have to work extra hard to kind of like get in your energy. And I feel with the Page of Cups, almost like, who does she think she is? Who do they think they are? Who does he think he is? Like, here I am, super excited to spend time with you, and you don't want to spend time with me. It's where the obsessive energy kicks in. Like, and I felt this in other groups. And baddies, this happens. When you're a baddie, people get hung up on you, and you may not even know it. Like, I'm getting with this Page of Cups, and I'm reading this intuitively, okay? I I read intuitively, traditionally, it's all kind of together because I'm psychic and a medium. So it's all, and I'm also a trance medium. I also see vision. So it's just all together. And I'm feeling like this person may actually work at a coffee shop, or you might meet them for coffee or drinks or wine or something like that. Um, because I'm seeing someone at a party drinking wine. And this person feeling like, I have something to offer you. Like, why won't you give me the time? Why won't you let me in front of you? And this may be somebody who has a business proposal, okay, as well. And I'm always so excited to spend time with you, but you won't give me the time of day. So there's just this energy of like, I want more of you. And you may be feeling that as a baddie and being like, oh, I can't have this pull on my energy all the time. So you're manifesting more ways to kind of protect yourself. And money helps that. Money matters helps that. It helps you protect yourself more. And I feel like you're going to get to a place where you feel more protected, you feel more grounded, and you'll be able to open yourself up to people in a way that makes you feel comfortable because you feel protected more. And I think for some of you, it has to do with like where you live or your financial situation or your health situation or your living situation, who you're living with or something like that. So you have some anxiety around that, and it's causing you to say, I need to control what I can. And right now that is, I don't need to have a bunch of people in my life. I need to be focused on what I'm doing so that I can get where I need to be, where I'm more comfortable with this kind of interaction. Okay. Um, Now, I will say the femme fatale always has like people who want to get, you know, and it can be very annoying. It can be very frustrating. Um, and I urge you to ground your energy, connect with nature. Nature is going to be group three's best friend as far as like helping you get rid of like frustrated energy, angry energy, the energy that's caused by a baddie trying to like get on their money and get their bag and be focused. And these people who want your energy and your time, who won't leave you alone, and it makes you frustrated, like you can't do the things you want to do because you're dealing with bullshit. Okay. Um, Ground your energy to whatever nature you relate to. So if you have pets, be sure to play with your pets. And when I say you need to be in the moment, when I say ground, when you play with your animals, like be in the moment with the animals. If you're growing a garden, be in the moment with the garden. If whatever it is you're doing, like don't be thinking about these other issues. Think about just being in the moment. That can be very grounding. For some of you, it's full on meditation, outside, blah, blah, blah. Just do what's you. For some of you, it's cooking. Cooking is also working with nature because we're working with elements of nature. It helps if it's, like organic or, living things. It's all living. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. But all of those things can help us ground our energy. We don't have to make a big ritual out of it. We can be grounding throughout the day. I feel like that will really help with a lot of this, like, I want your time, I want your energy, and you're trying to focus on bigger things. That's what I feel here. Like there's a bigger focus for you, because there is a lot of good things coming for group three. And it feels like you are on the precipice of this massive change. And I think you feel it. And that's part of why you're so protective of yourself, is that you're trying to get to a place where you're going to feel comfortable with the good that's going to flow towards you. And that might sound weird with all the intense energy that's going on in the world, but you also understand that that's what's going on in the world is kind of necessary for us to grow, unfortunately. I wish there was another way. There's also other things at play, um, and you feel that. So it's important that you take care of yourself, group three, because I feel like you guys are master achievers. You have the possibility of achieving really great things. And I don't want you to lose sight of that, group three, okay? Because you're the baddest baddie of them all. All right. Okay, group three, that's what I received for you. I really enjoyed doing this reading. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. That would be so wonderful. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.